I fell out of my car back in December of 2010. My running board was ice. I had an SUV, and I landed on my icy driveway, completely twisted around. I ended up in the ER, and on a general examination of me, he just said I fractured my coccyx. It's a very funny story, but my mom was in recovery from a hip, and she told the nurse about my story, how I fell, and and I was in so much pain. And the nurse left the room, and she came back to me, and she gave me a little stick-it, and on it was the name of Dr. David Helfet. She said, next time anything ever happens to you, you come down to this emergency room and you ask to see Dr. David Helfet. I went through a period of just getting injections into the hip, and then 5 months later, he repaired it. As I was rehabbing from the repair, my original fracture site flared up. And my physical therapist said, I think something's going on with your SI joints. I went for an MRI 4 months after surgery. And that was when Dr. Coleman called me and said that I was full of arthritis in both my SI joints, and that he was giving me the name of a trauma surgeon. And he said, you have pen and paper? And he gave me the name of Dr. David Helfet, gave me his phone number. And I hung up the phone, and I cried. I was with my daughter, we're at Panera Bread, and I just cried because I said, I can be fixed. I saw Dr. Helfet. I had my first visit with Dr. Helfet. A lot of surgeons might go in and fuse it. He said, but I'm not going to do that. He said, what I'm going to do is lock your joints into place so that there's no movement. He said, and you won't be able to twist anymore. He said, but you already lost that. So he said to me, when would you like to have surgery? And I said, well, my son's getting married in 7 months. I just want to be able to dance with him at the wedding. So my husband was sitting there, and he said, Doc, could you do it today? He said, no, I can't do it today. He said, but I can do it tomorrow. And then it was extraordinary. They did everything for me. They sent me for my CAT scan, my blood work, my physical, everything at the hospital. They were so accommodating. And went home, and I was back the next morning, and he did the surgery. I was back at 7 a.m., and I woke up, and that pain was gone. And at my 8-week checkup, he said to me, get up and walk across. Let me see you get up and walk. And I just got up, and I walked very slowly. And when I turned around, he was just smiling at me. You realized that 2 months ago, you couldn't even get out of that chair? He said, look at you. I had total trust in him. I knew that he knew exactly what he was doing. He gave me my life back, and then I was able to dance with my son at his wedding. I recommend hospital for special surgery to anybody.